Have you ever tried to make yakitori at home and your backyard went up in flames? Well, I'm here to show you how to do it the right way and the professional way. Hi, I'm Chef Sho. I'm the CDC over at Canje here in Austin, Texas. And today I'm here with Maiden to show you how to make yakitori. Yakitori, skewered grilled meat, specifically chicken. Along with the chicken, we're gonna do summer squash. First, I'm gonna show you how to build a fire in your Maiden grill. We're gonna use benchotan today, Japanese charcoal. It burns a little bit hotter, a little bit faster, a little bit less smoke. So first I'm gonna take the benchotan and I'm gonna put it in the little chimney here. We're gonna use it over a little camp burner here, open flame. It'll help light the coals just a little bit faster and a little bit hotter. Now the coals are ready. I've been sitting here about 40 minutes. They're nice and white hot. I'm gonna go ahead and put them into the Maiden grill. I've got a couple of benchotan in here that aren't lit just so it can keep building the fire a little bit. With the coal placement in the grill, I've got the coals here a little more to the left side to get a nice hot zone here, kind of evenly dispersed. And then on the right side here, I got a little bit of a cooler spot on this side if you need to just like cook the chicken through or just to rest something over in the side. We're gonna cut up our vegetables here for the yakitori. First, I'm gonna do the squash, and we'll probably cut them in about 1/2-inch pieces here. If it's too thin, it'll probably fall off the skewer once it's cooked. But also we want a little bit thicker, so when we do go to cook it, it's still got a little bit of bite to it. And then next, I'm gonna take the white parts of the scallions to use for the skewers as well. We'll cut the little roots off here first, and then we'll go all the way as far as we can up to the green, and then we'll take the white parts here and just cut them in half. And for me personally, I love scallions with the tare. Tare helps kind of caramelize the scallions, makes it a little bit sweeter, kind of adds to the whole experience. Yeah, now we have our chicken here. I'm gonna prep that up. So usually the cut of chicken that I use is chicken thighs. We'll cut them in about 1-inch pieces. I like to use chicken thighs because there's a little bit more fat in there. Makes the chicken nice and juicy. If you can't find chicken thighs or you don't want to use chicken thighs, you can use chicken breasts. But with chicken breasts, I would suggest using a little bit of oil or some kind of fat, maybe even butter, just to add a little extra flavor and a little extra juiciness to the chicken. So now the chicken's done, we're gonna start skewering these bad boys up. But before we skewer the chicken, we're gonna get our skewers situated. Got bamboo skewers here that are a little bit flat so meat doesn't roll around. We're gonna soak them in water anywhere from 2 hours up to overnight. Now that the skewers are done soaking, we're gonna start skewering up our vegetables first. I'm gonna do the squash. We'll do about 3 pieces there. Kind of line it up, putting a scallion in. Best to put the squash flat on your board and then pushing the skewer through. And then we'll do another scallion right down here. Don't want to pack them too tight. You want just the slightest bit of space just so it'll cook through. Be careful, don't stab yourself. Now that we're done with the squash, we're gonna move on to the chicken. First, let's do a scallion piece. So we're gonna get the scallion on there, cool. And the chicken, you kinda wanna do a little fold over, right? Just so you have something that the skewer can go through. Like I said, be careful. And then once we're done skewering those all up, we'll clean up the edges here and make it look nice and neat. Now that we got our skewers done, we're gonna set these aside and work on the tare. Now that we got the skewers set aside, we're gonna make the tare. It's a soy sauce-based marinade. We're gonna add ichi tare as well. Ichi in Japanese means first, kind of the first sauce that was made. Some places in Japan, they've had their tare for over 100 years, and they continue to keep adding to new batches. Just adds to the flavor. Yeah, but first gonna add the soy sauce. We'll add the mirin. You don't really have to go in any particular order here. You can just add it to the pot. So we're gonna cook it all together. And then just a little bit of sake, and then we got some sugar here. And then the ichi tare we'll add when the sugar is all dissolved and everything's cooked. Now we're gonna put the pot on the grill. With tare, you don't wanna bring it up to a full boil, just a little bit of a simmer, dissolve the sugar into the tare. If the grill is fairly hot, it should take about 10 to 15 minutes to get it all dissolved. We're gonna pull it off now, and I'm going to add the ichi tare into it. And if you don't have the ichi tare, it's totally fine. You basically made your first one now, so you just keep it going. Now it's time to cook our yakitori. I'm gonna start with the chicken first. Best part to do here is I've got the Maiden pot, the 4-quart. I'm gonna go ahead and dip the chicken into the tare. Go like that. And then obviously presentation is important. So this side right here, we're gonna put flat on the grill first. Just get a couple more going on here as well. That's the sound of summer. That's the sound of yakitori. I'm gonna go in for a little extra dip here. And with yakitori, especially with the chicken, it's a great idea to kind of dip multiple times. A little extra added flavor. Like I said earlier, got a little double zone fire here. A little cooler on this side if I need to rest something, so I can just still kind of keep cooking it on this side. What I'm gonna do now is actually go into the first flip. Starting to see a nice little bit of char and caramelization from the tare. And you can also see the scallions are getting a nice little bit of color as well. Yeah, sitting at about 155, and we'll let them rest for just a minute to come up to temp. We just grilled up the chicken. Now we're gonna do the squash. Same thing, do a little dip. If you're a little worried about the chicken from previously, that's okay. The grill is nice and hot, so it should take care of everything. Just don't do the last dip right before you serve. With the squash and vegetables, obviously, we just want to get that nice color and cooked on the outside. I'm just gonna use a cake tester. We use these in the kitchen a lot just to kind of check for doneness and for the heat. I'm just seeing here if there's almost just no resistance. And as I poke it in there, it's feeling pretty good. And now that we've finished up, you didn't have QT Tare before, now you do. The best way to handle this is just get it back on the stove, just back up to a light simmer, and then just store it in your fridge, and it should last you for a very, very long time. Now that the skewers are all done, we're gonna plate up. I'm gonna use this nice made-in platter here. I'll keep the chicken on the one side, and then I'll get the squash on the other, just to make sure everything's seasoned well. Gonna add a little bit of flaky salt to it. And then here, in this bowl, little bowl, I got Sancho peppercorn. It's Japan's version of Szechuan peppercorn. Has that same effect, tingling, numbing effect, but it's a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more fruity. Got a little bit of fresh scallion here, just to top all over the chicken. All right, now that our skewers is done, time to dig in. So I'm gonna take a nice whole bite here. It's everything you want. Nice and glazy, a little sweet. Got nice umami to it. A little bit smoky from the grill. We made this delicious yakitori. How did we get here? First, we built our fire in the made-in grill. Then we chose the right cut of chicken. Next, we skewered with skill. We made our tare, and then we grilled our yakitori. And with all those skills we taught you today, you'll be able to make yakitori at home. I'm Chef Sho, CDC at Canje here in Austin, Texas. Peace out.